Hello and welcome to this edition of the State of Soy. I'm Aaron Putsey, and it's truly a privilege to be visiting with the Governor of Iowa, Governor Reynolds. Governor, you recently delivered your Condition of the State address. You really made it about Iowa.
Yeah.
Tell us why that was such an important and inclusive theme as part of your remarks.
Yeah, well, we've been through a couple of tough years with the 2-year pandemic, 2 derechos, floods and droughts across the board. And the one thing that has held true is the resilience and tenacity of Iowans. And if we put our faith in Iowans, they will come through. And at every turn since I've been governor, I've seen that. And because of that, Iowa is in such a good place. We've been recognized as the fastest state in the nation in terms of recovering from COVID-19, #1 state for opportunity. And after historic tax cuts, Mother Nature, COVID, and really historic investments in K-12 education, mental health, broadband, across the board, we still ended with a significant surplus, and so we're still over collecting, and it's time we give more of that money back to our hardworking Iowans. And I'm really excited about the biofuels bill, so I talked about that too. It's really a good thing for our farmers.
And let's touch on that for a second. I mean, the condition of the state is strong, and we know that too because of the work of Iowa farmers and the strength of our agricultural industry. Talk about what in your policy initiatives really speak to agriculture.
Well, first of all, it's the backbone of our economy, and the Iowa Soybean Association is a powerhouse for our economy, and we're so appreciative of all you do to support Iowa agriculture, renewable fuels, and trade, and the infrastructure that supports that. And so I want to take the great momentum that we've seen. We lead the country in biofuels, we lead the country in corn and soy production, and many other things. And so with the biofuel bill that we promoted last year, we got really close. We listened, we had conversations all summer. We've got a new bill that we filed this year that I think really positions us to move forward and to really expand capacity. So that's how we're going to add value to what our farmers produce. And I think that the bill that we dropped last week is going to do just that.
Now, you also touched on the importance of labor.
Yep.
Attracting jobs and economic activity, and then the people needed to fulfill those. Tell us about how that plays in the agricultural space too.
Well, you know, it's just such a barrier to this continued capacity for success. And so we have said that there's a lot of things that we need to look at. We need to work with the federal government because they're a key component of helping us address the labor needs of agriculture. But in addition to that, we need to make sure that we're keeping our young people in our state. We're bringing new people back through technology, through housing, through childcare, through our taxing policies, and just really telling our story and letting the world know that this is an incredible place to live, work, and raise a family, and let them see what our farmers are doing in our communities every single day to drive economic growth, to feed and fuel the world, and really the impact that this relatively small state can have not only on the country but the world. And I get to see it every day, so it's quite an honor to serve as governor.
Your passion for what you do is noticeable, even with all the everything that's been on your plate. We talk a lot about how Iowa Soybean is driven to deliver for Iowa. What drives you?
Yeah.
What keeps you motivated each day to tackle the challenges that you have to?
It really is the people, and it comes down to that. I get to see every day how they're making a difference all across our state. And just, you know, I think sometimes we're surprised on how as an individual we can make a difference. Kevin and I have 11 grandchildren, and I want them to stay in Iowa, and I want them to have every opportunity that I had growing up and more. And so it's important that, you know, when I'm done with my tenure, that I can say I left Iowa a little bit better than I found it. And that means, you know, prosperity and growth in every single corner of the state. I come from rural Iowa, so rural Iowa has always been, you know, near and dear to my heart, because I think truly if we are going to be successful as a state, that needs to happen in every single corner. The policies that I've put in place and where we've utilized a lot of the federal funding does that, whether it's broadband and connecting, housing, childcare. You know, we use some of the CARES dollars for a renewable fuel industry for farmers and producers, and so hopefully some of those decisions helped sustain us and helped us get through a kind of a tough time and really put us in the position where we're at today, and hopefully celebrating the passage of the biofuels bill at the end
there you
soon.
Go. That would be a great accomplishment for 2022, and after all we've been through, I think we're all looking forward to a new year of opportunity. And thank you, Governor, for giving your condition of the soybean industry this morning on this edition of the State of Soy. Reporting for the Iowa Soybean Association, I'm Aaron Putsey.